Okay, so before we get into today's video, there's an announcement I would like to make, which is that memberships are now a thing for this YouTube channel. There's two levels. One's called Slifer Red, the other's called the Obelisk Blue. Kind of awkward that there's no raw yellow, but I couldn't figure out what to put in a middle tier, so that's just kind of how it ended up. Slifer Red's like the default level. It's $5 a month. You get all the sort of default perks, including early access to videos, and then also you get a monthly members only live stream, and you get new episodes of Clash of the Jank, which are going behind a paywall. I know this might be an upsetting decision for those of you out there who are attached to that series, but frankly, the viewership for Clash of the Jank has been really bad ever since I started it. It gets like maybe 60% the views that my regular uploads get, and for the algorithm, like maintaining momentum in terms of good performing videos is actually really important. So I take a big hit every time I upload one of those, and it's just not worth it anymore. So those are going behind a $5 a month paywall, unfortunately. Second level, you get all the same stuff, but by popular demand, I included this level so that you could, once a month if you want to, send me your jank deck idea, and I will try to optimize it and play it for YouTube, or I'll just play it as is if that's what you prefer as well. This one kind of had to be more expensive though, because I just don't want too many people to use it. If I get like 50 people at this level, it's going to become really impractical. So yeah, that's why it's $20. Anyway, if you're interested in either of those, I will put a link in the description. Alright, so we're going to be looking at Ronox replays with his Frog KFC list that he took to the latest tournament. If you remember, I covered this deck list in the top deck profiles yesterday. I thought it was really cool, and he posted his replays publicly. So we're going to be looking at those. A bunch of them like went missing, though, mysteriously. So we only have 4 of them. I believe there's 3 more that he did win that are just like gone for some reason. It's like a DB moment for sure. So anyway, Ronox opening up here against Blackwings. He goes Swap Frogs and Treeborn. Nice. He has a pretty good setup for next turn as well. Opponent's just going to poke with Collude and set a bunch of trap cards, which is not a great hand for Blackwings here, honestly. Ronox not going to revive the Treeborn, instead opting to play around Ick Attack here, searching for the Stratos, get Infernal Prodigy, try to hit. Gonna hit into Mirror, but that's totally fine. He just passes and discards the Substitoad, which is alright. Draws another Substitoad, not great. Goes for the sub play. Trying to end on Duplock here, which he is going to do successfully. Here he's going to use the Tragodia aggressively to try and get over this, since he's seen Mirror Force is gone. And it's going to work out for him. Opponent draws Dust Shoot, which is a pretty nice draw. They can get rid of probably Kai's, although maybe Kuraz. I don't know. They're both really good cards to have here. Anyway, Rogue going to pop 2, and he just scoops it up. Okay. Yeah, the Kuraz play there was going to be insane value, to be honest. He didn't even pop a dupe either. He just popped his like dead sub, which is understandable because the dupe block is very value. So here opening up, opponent's going to go for the Whirlwind Shura. He has the Treacherous, but going to get bribed, so not optimal. Searches a second Collude. It's over the Treeborn, so just getting a bunch of free pluses. Yeah. The Mask of Restrict could potentially be an issue. He's just going to go for the Stratos. Stratos gets bottomless. That's rough. He can special the Prodigy, though. Right now, going for a Gear Town play. Man, this, like, Captain Gold thing in the Hero Engine with the field spells is so good. I tried it in a different deck, and it just feels so nice. So, anyway, he's going to flip the Skyscraper with the Ab-Zero. This is actually pretty good. Renat can do a lot of work into this field. Yeah, I mean, this is not bad. You wouldn't believe that this was a play he was able to make into such an insane Blackwing opening, but Ronox actually in the sort of driver's seat of this duel at this point. Opponent still gets some pluses out of the Black Whirlwind, though, so that's an ever-looming threat. Gonna go for the Blizzard, reviving Shura, make Brionac. So being unable to tribute is gonna really suck in this situation. Can he? He needs another water. Okay, he can just Miracle Fusion now, but there's a Solemn Judgment. Oh, that's rough. Oh man, it feels like Ronox like almost could have won that one, but the Master Restrict was just like too obnoxious. in that particular situation. So, unfortunately, for Roanoke, going to go the other way. Whirlwind, Whirlwind in all 3 games, right? Or was there a Whirlwind in game 1? I forget. I would be salty, let's be clear. Ancient Gear Engineer going to be summoned. This is actually pretty sick play, not gonna lie. It outs the Shura and then outs the Black Whirlwind. There's gonna be probably a Brionac. Oh, there's Kalut for game, okay. That's a rough one. It's a rough one. I mean, Ro did a good job of showing off the deck in these games, at least. I know he wasn't thinking about the content side of it, but yeah. Like I said, we're looking at 4 games, and both of Roanoke's losses are in those 4 games. So you should also consider there's like 3 wins that we're just not able to see for some reason. I'm not really sure. What the hell happened that like all those replays got corrupted? But anyway, we should be able to see some pretty neat gameplay here anyway. Blackwing player going to go Brain Dad. It's a Blackwing moment. Those are Blackwing cards. Alright, so that was a quick game number 1. Game number 2, Roanoke opens up a decent hand. He's got like multiple My Bodies in the side, by the way. I think this is a pretty neat side deck card. I have been siding like one of this in a couple things. But Roanoke was on like 2 or 3, or was it 2? I don't remember. Opponent's got a set 4 with Mask of Restrict, which could be an issue. Just gonna summon Prisma Go for Miracle. That's actually gonna work out. Hits in. Hits in. Alright. I mean, looking pretty good for Roanoke here. He tributes the Ancient Gear Engineer, which is going to be met with a Bottomless, which is going to be met with a My Body, and it's going to be booked in start step of battle phase. Cyber Dragon, going to try to hit over that set Ancient Gear Engineer, but it's going to get flipped. Oh, this is too good. Alright, going to book the... Okay, books the Engineer again at the start of the battle phase and just hits over the side drip, but now there's a Garden. And yeah, that's just going to be the end of that game. So here we are at game number 3. Opponent opens Mask of Restrict again. Man, there was a lot of pre in this game for poor Frog players. Or pre in this tournament, rather. Because I remember looking at the deck list yesterday. There was all kinds of Mask of Restrict and Pulling the Rug and Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo. Anyway, the Garden's such a sick card. I love this field spell so much in all my KFC lists. It just does so much work. Treacherous here going to be used. That's a very value Treacherous. Just outing 2 Blackwings. No Icarus attack, no Starlight Road, no anything for Calvin. Going to go upstart, trying to dig. Again, going to have to summon under Garden, which is not optimal. Tragodia gets summoned, giving Calvin a Garden token, which he opts not to ram. Going to hit into a Kalut, unfortunately, but Roanoke is way up on cards here. Can't tribute, though, so it's going to be a major issue. He needs to find it out to this Mask of Restrict. The Morphing Jar might actually help him find it out to the Mask of Restrict, but it also helps his opponent go plus a Jillion, so... Oh, this is looking tough. This is looking tough. And he actually still doesn't draw it out. He has a Miracle Fusion, so he can make a play. Can go for, like, Ab-Zero. It's probably, unfortunately, going to get met with Bottomless into Starlight Road, though. Okay, he revives Bubble Man with Guard. That's, like, really cool. I didn't even realize you could do that. Alright, well, now the Ab-Zero is going to be met with Compulse into Starlight, which is really not much better. Apparently, he just opts not to use it for some reason. Surely he can go for the kill this turn, though, right? Oh, no, he's just not even using the back row at all. Ro is thinking he could have booked there to try and stay alive, but... I don't know. There's no way you know, right? And it only would have bought him one more turn under, like, Mask of Restrict Stardust, so... Yeah, unfortunate. He's getting owned by the pre in these few losses. Alright, we got a couple wins here, though. Like I said, there's more wins out there that we're not going to get to watch, so... This deck actually did really well. Remember, it placed, what was it, like 11th out of something like 85 people, so... Yeah. Gonna Blind Space, hits the Starlight Road, going for Stratos. Man, I gotta build my own version of this deck. This is so cool. I'll probably do a video where I net deck Ro and just play it, and then later I'll maybe make my own version or something. But this is such a cool deck. So going to end on Swap Dupe. Is there any reason he couldn't have ended on Sub Dupe? I mean, it's gonna get outed anyway with the Brain Caius, but Miracle Fusion, that's going to be big here. Outs the whole field, and there's still a Gadgetron. Oh, no, this is 100 short of game, but there's, like, no way, right? Actually, he can live another turn with the Spirit Reaper. That's so... Oh, okay. It's with his brain control in hand, there's just no way he loses, though, right? yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's under control. Rose got it. All right, going to game number 2. E-Call into Stratos into Infernal Prodigy. Prodigy in here is a pretty sick card. The idea of playing Prodigy and Frogs, I think, was Aguari the first one to do that? I think it was probably, I don't know. Someone probably thought of it at some point. I don't remember who, but it's definitely a sick innovation because you can use it for the Monarchs and you can use it to set up like turn 1 substitute plays and whatnot. So this Trag is going to come down again. Kai is going to be used, gets bottomless, but that's okay. Opponent's going very in with the Vayu stuff, and I think has a lethal line here somehow, right? Presumably with the Burial. No, they don't even need the Burial. Alright, well, Rose gonna get OTK'd. What does Clear World do? Hold on, I gotta read Clear World for a second. So he keeps siding this in against the bird decks. It must have some effect for dark monsters. If you control 2 or more monsters, you cannot declare an attack. That's pretty good against like Blackwings and stuff, and Vayu, because they all want to be super aggro. Opponent's going to lead with a Fossil Dyna and a set Deep Prison. Ro can just, like, there's so many outs to this, though, so all he has to do is chew through the one back row, and that's going to be it. Hits over with the Prisma, presumably. Okay, not going to use the Gear Town here. Instead going to just activate Garden, which gets Kai'd, but it's a small Kai'd now because of the Garden. And gonna go for the Clear World, but both of his Ancient Gears are in his hand with the Gear Town usage. That's rough, but there's still a Miracle. I mean, he's still in a pretty good spot. He's got the Clear World and the Miracle Fusion. So he could attack with the Engineer and just get rid of the back row. God, that's such a nuts effect, actually. I should, like, try attacking this card and... Probably going to do something in main 2? No, just chilling. Well, the opponent can't attack because of Clear World. That's hilarious. That's actually so funny. I'm gonna go for Gaia and just Game Shot. Man, that was epic. That was absolutely epic. The Clear World is a funny card for sure. I did not know that this card had like a relevant effect. I thought they all just sucked, but whatever. Neat side deck card. Neat all around. We got one more. We got one more, and this is the last replay that we have that didn't, like, mysteriously disappear. I don't know what the hell happened to Ronok's replays. He, like, played 7 rounds, but a bunch of them were just gone, so... gonna probably just Kai'd something here. Hits the Vayu, not bad. The opponent does have Burial, though. And he's going to bounce back the Kai'd. So he has the Kai'd set up for next turn, which is very good here, especially hitting the Sirocco, and there's just nothing in this back row. It's MST, Starlight Road, all pretty useless cards against Frogs. Gale will get over this, which is nice. Are either of these Miracles set up? No, okay. So he's going to have to Brain Control and, like, Synchro or something. Yep. Opponent going to use the Burial to get back the Vayu and the Sirocco, which were both banished by Kai'd. And now going to go for a level 8 Synchro play into Thought Ruler, which is actually pretty good here. But Ro top decks the hero that he needs for the Miracle Fusion. Going to be bent with a Bottomless Trap Hole, but he's got a follow-up play with the Terraforming into the Gear Town. And apparently the opponent doesn't understand how field spells work. I don't know. Anyway, I kind of lost track of what was going on, but he summoned an Ancient Gear Engineer and just started picking off the back row, and that's going to be it. So, game number 1 going the way of Ronok. Man, Engineer has come up so many times. This card is sick. Not gonna lie. I should maybe just play it. I don't know. If I played it in the KFC... I guess the issue is if the Gear Dragon gets bottomless, then it's gone. I don't know. But it's so cool. Maybe I should at least side it. Because it's searchable with a rat, too. That's the nuts part. I think I ought to at least try it out. Well, I'm definitely going to get to play it some when I eventually play Ro's deck here. Which will probably happen at some point. Anyway, stuff's been happening. He's going to opt not to destroy the Caius with the Raikou just so he can Caius the Caius. Ro is going to go for another Gear Town play, summoning out the dragon, which is in his hand. That's another issue, is situations like this. You just have to go hard neg to get over the guy, but it is what it is. He's going to be able to end on Duplock, which is pretty strong. Opponent's just passing. They find Burial, though, which is pretty sick. It's going to let him out this Duplock with a Vayu monster into a Tribute Caius, and that's enough to finish off the game against Ronak. Ro going game 3. This is a pretty solid hand. Got some field spell stuff going on. Got Fusion Gate potentially to go into an Ab-Zero. Got Treacherous Trap Hole. Got a Caius. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this hand. Opponent's going to go pulling the Rug set. I imagine Ro is... Okay, no, he's just going to tribute summon the... Yeah, this makes sense. You want to get out of your hand, and then when they out it with whatever, you just get another one. But he's just going to go Storm into Engineer into Tribute Kai. Oh, that was so sick. Very, very sick play by Ronak. He's also got this set Treacherous now. Opponent's going... Look, he's going to go Dark End. So, very smart play holding the Treacherous, knowing that the opponent can't just go Stardust here, because that doesn't deal with the Gadgetron, so they have to go for an 8, so you can get like full value out of this Treacherous. And then Ronak going to go in for a game. So that's all the replays that I have. Like I said, there were others, but something weird happened on DB. Anyway, this is an extremely cool deck by an extremely based individual called Ronak. Hope you guys enjoyed these replays. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you did. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.